Hi guys, it's day 20 today, and I just want to go back over something I was speaking about yesterday, and that I wanted to go out today to just go for a cup of coffee, uh, and I mean that was all I kind of wanted to do, just to get out, and I had that goal in mind all day yesterday and all most of today. It's now 3 o'clock. So I woke up this morning, and that was kind of like the first thing I thought about was I've got to, get myself psyched up and ready to go, because it is that bad for me sometimes. Like, it may sound overly dramatic that I can't even go outside my flat to go and grab a cup of coffee, but that is the reality for me. Some days it's when I get into the routine of not going out and not kind of interacting with the world, part of me does kind of shut down and say, well, we don't need to go out there anymore. We don't need the rest of the world. Let's just stay here where it's safe. And while it is safe here, I do feel safe here, that's not going to work long term. I need to start kind of going out and re-interacting with the world, because that's life. Like, I can't stay in here for the rest of my life, and I know that. But yeah, it's tough. Some days I can't even get out of bed, let alone leave the flat. And that is my reality, unfortunately. So today I woke up and I was kind of psyching myself up. I got ready, I had a shower, and, sorted out my beard and got dressed. And, I packed my bag, had my book and had my cup, and I was all ready to go to, there's a Pret just around the corner, so it's not even that far. And then just as I was about to grab my keys, something inside me just shut down. It just kind of like said, no, you're not going out. What's the point? There's no point going out. Why do you need to go out? It's like, I had this voice just in my head shouting that you're fine where you are. You don't need to go out. And the longer I kind of listen to that voice, the harder it is to kind of fight against it, I guess. And yeah, as I say, it's 3 o'clock now, and I'm kind of not sure if I'm going to be able to go out, which sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, this voice in my head is just overpowering. It's kind of, and it makes sense, That's the scary thing. Like, it's telling me like facts. It's saying like the world is dangerous, people are dangerous. You don't need to be outside today. You've got everything you need here in the flat. You don't need to go out. Why risk it? What are you going to achieve? Just having a cup of coffee doesn't mean you can have a cup of coffee here. It doesn't matter where you are. And yes, these overpowering voices and arguments in my head, it tires me out, and I just want to shut them out and shut them up. And the easiest way of doing that is to just give in sometimes. And I do that a lot, unfortunately, and I think that's probably what's going to happen today. And it just put me in mind of something I learnt while I was in hospital. I think it was a CBT exercise, but yeah, it's coming up with SMART goals. So SMART goals are kind of like very specific, mind frame kind of, it's training your brain basically to do things. So I don't know if you've ever heard of SMART goals before. It's not just in life, it's kind of like really useful in work environments and things like that. A lot of people rely on them. So SMART goal it's something that's specific, it's something that's measurable, it's something that's attainable, and it's something that's relevant and can be done in a timely manner. So S.M.A.R.T, SMART goals. So if I look at my own example today of going for a cup of coffee, so it's very specific. I like coffee. I want to go and get a cup of coffee. It's measurable, so I know that I've left the flat and I've gone somewhere else. So I could say I've left and I've gone this far to get a cup of coffee. It's attainable, so it's got to be something that you're able to achieve. It's not like I can't say I want to have a cup of coffee in New Zealand, because that's not going to happen. I'd love to, but right now I'm not going to be able to do that. It's got to be relevant, so there's got to be a reason for you to do it. And for me, it's like I do like going to like Pret or any kind of coffee shop and just having a coffee, read my book, just watch people walking around, people watching. I like that sometimes. and it's got to be timely, so it's got to be something you can do within a reasonable amount of time. And having a cup of coffee is perfect. You know, it's kind of like an hour of your day. So that would be a SMART goal for me today. And you can apply that to all sorts of things in your life. And as long as you remember that kind of format, so the S.M.A.R.T, so the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. You know, and as much as the SMART goal is achievable for me today, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. And that's, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's not what I wanted from my day. But sometimes I've got to kind of just accept that things aren't going to happen the way I wanted them to, and just move on, I suppose. I know that tomorrow I do have to go out because I've got a doctor's appointment. And normally when I actually have to do something, I'm okay, I can motivate myself to do that. It's just when it's kind of doing something for myself for no reason other than it's something I might enjoy. It's just, you know, it's easy for me to put off and ignore. And I guess that comes back to not looking out for my own needs or looking after my needs. And it's frustrating, it is, because logically I can tell how stupid it sounds and how ridiculous it is that a grown man of 42 nearly can't, like, go 5 minutes around the corner just to have a latte. But yeah, that's the truth. That's the reality of my life at the moment. And yeah, it sucks. It really does. But all I can do is kind of wait, not be too hard on myself, not beat myself up about it. You know, just accept that some days it's not going to happen. And I think today's one of those days. Like I say, tomorrow I've got to go out, so I will be going out. And hopefully I can make myself go a bit earlier and have that coffee. I've made it sound like I'm some sort of coffee addict here. I'm not really. I have like a couple of cups a day if I'm lucky. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. I just wanted to talk about SMART goals because, you know, for the most part, they are quite useful in some situations to apply the SMART goal kind of template to situations in your life. Unfortunately for me today, it's not really working out. So yeah, like I say, I'm just going to accept that and kind of not beat myself up about it and just, you know, tomorrow's a new day and see what happens. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, hope you're doing okay.